In this best-selling classic, Dale Carnegie, the author of How to Win Friends and Influence People, offers timeless advice and practical methods for developing a happier, more worry-free mindset. In this video, I'm going to summarize the book How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. If you're someone who struggles with anxiety and worries a lot, then this video is for you. Welcome to the Peak Performance Channel, the place where you come to be inspired to create a more prosperous future. Dale Carnegie's How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, first published in 1948, is one of the most influential books on happiness ever written. With Carnegie's ageless wisdom, over 6 million people learned how to overcome their fears and worries, allowing them to live life to the fullest and appreciate the present moment. Worrying has several negative impacts on our health. It can lead to depression, chronic anxiety and stomach ulcers. Worrying has also been related to heart disease, high blood pressure, blood sugar changes, a weaker immune system, arthritis, and a variety of other health issues. The book is jam-packed with handy tips and formulas. It contains advice that covers every aspect of dealing with worry rather than simply theoretical tips. These are tried and true methods used by many successful people throughout history. Many stories exist of people who've used these techniques to improve the quality of their lives. These are the most important. Tip 1. Live in day-tight compartments. Our main goal is not to focus on what may happen in the future, but to concentrate on what we can do in the present. Many of us worry and are anxious about things that may happen in the future. This can cause us to be dissatisfied with our present lives. The only time we can actually live is now. The past is gone and the future hasn't yet happened. Trying to live in those times can be harmful to our health and sanity. If you give your everything today, tomorrow will take care of itself. There's no sense worrying about the future or wishing for some enchanted rose garden beyond the horizon. There's no need embittering the present by regretting things that have already happened. More than half of all hospital beds are occupied by people with nervous and emotional problems. Worrying will make you die early and live an unfulfilled life. To overcome worry, live in day-tight compartments. In other words, shut the doors of the future and the past and embrace the moment. Tip 2. Get busy. The best way to stop worrying and other negative thoughts from entering your mind is to get busy. Because when you're busy, you don't have time to worry. When asked if he was worried about his responsibilities, Winston Churchill said, "I'm too busy. I don't have time for worry." It's hard to think of more than one thing at the same time. When you're busy with a specific task, you don't have time to worry about other things. Admiral Byrd discovered the importance of keeping busy when he spent 5 months in Antarctica alone in cold and darkness. Out of necessity, he developed obsessive-compulsive habits that he would endlessly fix and tinker with things around his station. This was the only way to preserve his sanity. It's easy to be unhappy if you spend your time worrying about whether or not you're happy. Don't allow yourself to fall into this trap. Keep yourself occupied. This is a free and effective approach to forget about your worries. Tip 3. Accept the inevitable. There are certain things in life that we cannot control, influence or avoid, but we do have a choice. We may either accept and adjust to them, or we can become frustrated, resentful and rebellious. Circumstances don't make us happy or unhappy. Our emotions are determined by how we interpret and react to certain circumstances. We all have the strength to overcome misfortunes or tragedies. We may not believe it, yet we are stronger than we think. There are certain things in life that we simply cannot alter, no matter how hard we try. We must accept this and go on. If we don't, we'll simply make things worse for ourselves. But if we consider these situations as opportunities for growth or virtue, we might be able to learn something from them after all. Cooperating with the inevitable means that we shouldn't give up when bad things happen, but we also need to be realistic and understand when something is too difficult to change. In these cases, acceptance is the only reasonable response. When we accept the worst, we understand we have nothing to lose but everything to gain, and we free ourselves. Right, are you learning something new? Do these tips help you to lessen your worries? Comment down below and I'll be glad to read them all. But here's a quick reminder before we continue. Make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe and notification button if you haven't already done so. That's so that YouTube sends you more of these kinds of videos and it helps our channel as well. So now, let's get back to the video with tip number 4. Fill in your mind with happy and positive thoughts. Our thoughts shape our personalities. Our mental attitude dictates how our lives will develop. Carnegie believes that the most difficult problem we face is picking the right thoughts. Nothing can stand in our way if we can achieve that. If you fill your mind with happy thoughts, you will be happy. But if you fill your mind with miserable thoughts, guess what? You will be miserable. If you think fearful thoughts, you will be fearful. And if you think sickly thoughts, you've got it, you will get ill. If you think about failing, you'll most likely fail. You are not what you think, but what you believe you are. You get to select how you think about things that happen to you. Tip number 5, count your blessings, not your problems. If you want to be happy, focus on the positive aspects of your life. When you're worried, nervous or stressed, ask yourself why you're worried. Usually you'll realise that the problem you're concerned about isn't really that important. Harold Abbott, Carnegie's lecture manager for many years, almost hit rock bottom in his life. His grocery store closed and he faced massive debt that he could have to repay for many years. One day, while heading to the bank, he stumbled across a man who was missing his legs, but seemed joyful and confident. As a reflection, this brief encounter made him realise how fortunate and privileged he was. I had the blues because I had no shoes, until upon the street I met a man who had no feet. Abbott wrote that on his bathroom mirror. According to Logan Parasol Smith, there are 2 things to aim for in life. First, get what you want. And second, enjoy it. However, not everyone needs to get what they want in order to enjoy life. Seeing the brighter side of life and appreciating what you already have can bring you more joy than all the money in the world. Most people worry about things that will never happen, or they worry needlessly about things that could happen but are unlikely to occur. Worrying does not empty tomorrow of its sorrows. It empties today of its strength. The best way to stop worrying is to start living. Make a decision to enjoy life and live each day to the fullest. Focus on the positive aspects of your life and be thankful for what you have. You don't have to let worry control your life. Take back control and start living a more positive and fulfilling life today. Well, I hope this video has given you some helpful tips on how to stop worrying and start living. If you found it helpful, please share it with others who might also benefit from watching it. Thank you for being all ears throughout the entire video. If you'd like to learn more about the nature of this business, subscribe now and click on the notification bell to be updated with my latest uploads. To create is effort. To copy is genius. Albert Einstein. If you want to expand your income by engaging with some side hustles, feel free to contact me, so we'll get things moving right away. Remember, if you want to change your life, let's make a change together. You need to make a change.